to be completely honest. Welcome into No Catch Up Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago. I am your host, Sean Little. Nick the Quick in the building.
Victory Tuesday.
Big time Victory Tuesday.
Another one, baby.
You see the beanie. You see the jersey.
Oh, all day.
You know what we're talking about.
I'm undefeated in the camo hat, by the way, for anybody who's wondering why I'm still rocking.
Is that facts?
I'm undefeated. We're undefeated in the camo hat. This is episode 3. We got 3 wins in a row. I'm rocking the camo hat until the wheels fall off.
Say no more.
Say no more.
We're talking Bears, and more Bears.
Yeah.
We're going to sprinkle in some Rams and Chiefs from
Crazy.
last night. That shit was unreal.
Safe to say the overhit.
The overhit. No doubt about that.
Overhit.
And then we're going to close it out with a little bit of who you with. We're going to talk about a couple topics. And me and Nick are going to pick a side on who we're rocking with. Game, player versus coach, whatever. That's a little preview.
We're going to talk a little bit association, too.
We're going to talk a little bit of NBA. Yeah, of course.
Association roundup. Yep.
That kind of who are you with is going to mix in between both. But,
nice.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's good?
What's going on?
You see the Christmas lights is up in here.
It's nice in here, man. It's festive, man.
Yeah,
man. Very festive, man. I see you guys got to work. You know, No Catch Up cares about the holidays. I want everybody to have a happy holiday up in here. So it's very nice, man. It feels fitting for the mood that we're in after watching Sunday night's performance, beatdown, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm excited for the holiday. This is my favorite holiday, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving is my shit. This is what I love Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving week. I love all the football. I love everything about Thanksgiving.
Like, I love Christmas, but I think as you get older, Christmas becomes more of a task. You know, you got to buy presents for everybody. You're spending money. You're stressing out. You're trying to think about those perfect gifts, and you start to realize you get less and less gifts, but you're buying more and more. But Thanksgiving, man, it's all love. You know, the family's together. Everybody's eating, drinking, having a good time. Turkey on deck, no matter how you do it. You know, we've been big into the fried turkeys lately. My uncle usually fries up the turkey, man.
Yeah.
Which is real decent. If you haven't tried the fried turkey, I suggest you get on it. But we're going to my girl's house this year, so I don't know if they're going to be frying up the turkey. But
dude,
it's going to be
this
good.
is my favorite, bro.
Yeah.
It's not about presents, so you don't people stress about that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about none of that. Thanksgiving, you just come eat with the fam.
Kick it.
You eat a bunch of food.
Watch a bunch of football.
You eat a bunch of dessert. You talk a bunch of shit with your homies.
Yeah.
Your homies inside the fam, your third cousins that you haven't seen. You drink, and you just watch football all day. It's
just kind of hang out, man. It's a beautiful holiday. Let me ask you this. Are you a stuffing guy?
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Straight away.
You don't eat stuffing.
Straight away.
It doesn't matter how good it is, like whatever. Like when I was a kid, I didn't really mess with the stuffing. As I've gotten older, stuff is that shit.
Yo, shout out Terrell and Christ on the chat, man. Bear down, fellas.
Hey, Terrell and Christ, do y'all eat stuffing?
Yeah, do y'all eat stuffing?
Let's take a quick poll, whoever's listening. Who eats stuffing?
Let's see if they respond.
Yeah, I want to see if they respond to that.
Absolutely not.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with it.
Don't rock with. Let's hold this Thanksgiving stuff for the end because we're gonna talk about.
What do we got?
We're gonna talk about it. Christ said, "Hell yeah!"
Of course. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Christ on the live stream, rocking with us early
all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dominant.
Yeah.
Dominant.
Like there's no other word for it.
No other word to describe it, man.
The
from the gates too. Right out the jump, the Bears came out different. The defense came out different. Khalil Mack was ready to play. I think, we've had a couple primetime games already, but this is our first primetime game since we've been hot. And I think this defense came out ready to show, exactly who they were. And, man, right from the jump, you just felt the energy, too. I mean, you felt the energy in the stadium from watching it on TV. Like, I was fired up at home, so I know the stadium was rocking. I know a few people that went to the game. They said it was crazy. Man, I loved it. I usually hate primetime spots. I still hate primetime spots. I hate having to deal with all that, but I love how we came out, man. I mean, obviously we were ready. Love it.
Before I chime in on that, Terrell said, no, it's horrible.
Okay, so
she's not rocking with the stuffing. And then my guy Sports and Shoes TV is locked in.
Okay.
Bro, this guy hits me up. We chat on Instagram all day through the Bears games all week. Right. That's my guy. Shout out Sports and Shoes. What up, my
What's he rocking with? Stuffing or no stuffing?
No, stuffing or no stuffing. We're going to get to that, and then we'll close it out. 100%, bro. From the gate, we were on them heavy. We were locked in early.
Yep.
I was outdone, bro. It was just so exciting.
I was euphoric.
Euphoric.
That's the only word to describe it, man.
I went to my girl's house her family's house.
Yeah.
We ordered some Lou Malnati's deep dish. We had the whole setup. We were drinking beer.
That's
an
episode in itself.
Chilling.
What's the best deep dish in Chicago? We need to table that discussion.
We could definitely talk about
Let's table that discussion, yeah.
But from the the defense, I knew we were going to be all right because the defense was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And once we were putting that pressure on Kirk, he folded. Listen, he folded. Look, man, Kirk Cousins, man, we talk about empty calories. He was very empty calories in Washington. You know, he put up a lot of numbers, threw for a lot of yards, but they didn't win no ball games. Everybody thought he was going to be the Messiah when he came to Minnesota, and I think Kirk Cousins is what he is, bro. Like he didn't want any part of the Bears second quarter on. But let me zero parts. But I agree with you, and he did fold. But I don't know many quarterbacks that don't fold in that spot.
No, I understand completely.
Like I think everyone is folding up with our boys coming off the edge like that and the way we were flying around.
But you would never scare. Well, see, Aaron Rodgers didn't fold in week 1.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
that's the difference, though, right? That's the difference.
I never said Kirk Cousins was.
I didn't say
elite.
Yeah,
like
some people did,
but
some people did. They paid him like he's elite, but no, he wanted no parts of it. Bears defense came out the gates firing. I love when Khalil Mack comes out like that. I love the thing about Khalil Mack that's crazy. Like if people really want to realize how good he is, it's not just the strip, it's the recovery. The recovery on the ground. I'm still in the play. I did my job. I'm still in the play. I need the ball back too. I'm gonna need that. Dalvin Cook, I needs that. That's mine. Right? Like it's the relentlessness. It's the play's not over till the whistle goes. Like that he's a dog.
I've never seen a player call so many fumbles like that, bro.
Disruptive.
He's disruptive.
Disrupted their whole game plan. They had no game plan. What are we gonna do?
That's a perfect word for him. He just disrupts everything. That whole side is just collapsed. It's crushed. It's done.
Cut about a second off of Kirk Cousins' internal clock, so he's trying to get rid of the ball quick. Throwing up garbage, you know. I mean, that's all Khalil. Even if he's not in the play, like his presence is felt. You know what I mean? And that's where his value is. I mean, it gets crazier and crazier every week. But I don't know how you have that on your roster and you decide that we don't want that anymore.
Yeah, he's so perfect for our squad in our city. Listen to this. I want to talk about just his demeanor and how he's talking. Listen to this clip of Khalil Mack talking about the game right after the Vikings Sunday night.
Guys on this defense is capable of they're able to show up and have dominant games.
Khalil, how important was it to make a statement in this game, Sunday night game, division opponent?
It was like I said, you got to understand the situation. Knowing that you're facing a division opponent, knowing that we're gonna face them twice a year, you got to make that jump, and you've seen it today.
Is there anything as satisfying as just planting a lineman on his back with one hand?
Like, for me, forget about, like, the next question was, is there a feeling about planting a guy on his back with one arm? Like, forget about that's a clown question.
It was ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous play.
You saw it when he knocked over the tackle?
Yeah, but the question
with his left hand.
Yeah, with his left. Yeah, like just a little long arm jab.
Let me get out of here real quick.
The question before that was, what's the demeanor? Talk to me about, the mindset coming into the game and playing the division opponent. He's so nonchalant. He's so even keel.
He's like, fuck you mean? We're supposed to be ready for that. We play them twice. We play them twice a year.
We just got to turn it up. We play them twice a year, and we're gonna see what happens. And this is what happened.
Yeah,
he's so perfect. He's so even keel. Nothing's gonna bother this dude. You can tell he's just got that confidence and that sauce, that juice, where he's just kind of like, you know what I mean?
And he's a player.
He's
a
ridiculous.
Ball player.
And he knows he's a ball player.
He knows he's a ball player. And again, they all feed off that shit, right? Like to him, like he said, we're gonna play them twice a week. Like, of course, it's more important. Of course, there's a little bit of extra emphasis on this. It's a divisional game. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, that's what we're here for. We got to win these.
No doubt. I got a question from the chat. First off, not one person in here eats stuffing, by the way.
There's only one dude?
Not one person.
Oh, wow.
Nobody's eating stuffing, just for facts. But Hollywood Hogan asks, how do you feel about Urlacher saying Mac is better than Donald? I don't even want to go down that road.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because it's so hard to compare football players when they play different positions too. But I mean, they're both ridiculously disruptive. They're both ridiculously disruptive, but I'd love to have either one of them on my football team. But right now, I'm rocking with Khalil Mack.
Of course. Well, he's on our team. Like
I'm rocking with Khalil Mack.
They're both, I don't know. They're both 99s, bro.
Here's the thing. We watch every single play that Khalil Mack does. So even when it's not a highlight play, we still see him putting on pressure and we see how the defense reacts to him. I don't think Aaron Donald's not making the plays that Khalil Mack makes. Aaron Donald's putting on the pressure. He's the best defensive tackle in the game. He's not the shit that Khalil Mack's doing, in my opinion. That was it, 5 forced fumbles or 7 forced fumbles. 7 forced fumbles is just like ridiculous. A turnover damn near every game he's played in. To me, yeah, that's what I'm rocking with. But it's biased because I watch him every game. But I'm going with Khalil Mack to answer that question.
So to close, like we're not like. Like when the game was over, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're posted up, like the game's finished, we won. Yeah. You saw how we performed. I want to give you how I was feeling, and then I'm going to get your take on, how you were feeling, how you're feeling right now going into Thursday as well. I got a couple things written down here. It feels good to be ahead of the curve with Nagy and the offense. Like we're the front of the pack right now, bruh. Yeah. Like the rest of these teams are going to be catching up, and we're going to talk about the Rams and the Chiefs and that game coming up a second too. But
they're not catching up to anything, but yeah, for sure.
No, but I'm saying
100%.
Like we're in that category
have a modern offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it feels good to be ahead of the curve, and we're not scrambling, looking for like oh shit, like damn, we got to go get this type of personnel. Do this, do that. We're ahead of the curve. Yeah. Nagy's ahead of the curve. Pace is ahead of the curve. Everything about our squad right now is going in the right direction. And I think the second thing, how you feel about what I said about that right there before I get to this?
I agree 100%. Actually, that's what I was bringing up on my phone when you talk about the personnel and that we have all these players, like what was posted in the group message the other day.
Yeah.
All the different guys that we have under contract. So it's not like, these guys are a lot of Allen Robinson. This is the first year of his deal. Taylor Gabriel, first year of his deal. Khalil Mack, first year of his deal, right? And then you got those young players. We talk about Eddie Jackson, who we love. This is year number 2 for him. Amos, what is this, year 3 or 4?
Yeah.
They'll probably have to pay him soon, whatever it might be. All these guys are young. You just paid Akeem Hicks. He's under contract. You just paid Eddie Goldman.
It looked like you got a bargain.
He's under contract, right? Those guys are all under contract. So it's not like next year where we're completely reloading or going through, the normal turnover that you have in the NFL. Like, this is the squad that we want to roll with. It's paying dividends early. So like you said, we're ahead of the curve, right? Assuming that we're going to get better and assuming that with another offseason, going into next year, which is way down the line, but the foundation is there, and that's something that I feel like we haven't had in forever. When we were during the John Fox years, we kept talking about it. It's like we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just dark.
Dude,
there's no positivity. Trestman was a joke. All those guys. There was no positivity, right? Even if the Bears finish 10-6, make the playoffs, and bow out in the first round, I'll still feel good. And I was the biggest Bears hater in the world. It's on wax. You can go back and look at it.
Yes, facts.
But the foundation is there.
It's there.
Right? The foundation is there. You got to work out some things with the quarterback. Hopefully he continues to get better. But look, this defense is ready. Right? The skill position players are ready. Right? Figure out the quarterback. Figure out what you want to do exactly in the running game, and you're there. But, bro, those are good problems to have. Excellent problems to have.
Excellent problems to have, and that's exactly what I was keen in on. We're ahead of the curve, and it feels good. We have people signed that we need, and they're under contract until 2020. Deals. We're not like a piece away type of thing. We legit have all the pieces. If we can get Mitch to that elite level, we have everything we need across the board.
And I still feel like, he's had a couple games, but I still feel like we haven't had the full Allen Robinson experience yet either. You know what I mean? He's been hurt a little bit. 2 games ago, he had a monster game, but we still haven't seen him as that true number 1 beast receiver, and he's still coming into his own and developing that rapport with Trubisky. We're looking good, man. It looks really, really, really good from a talent standpoint. Like, we're there. The talent is there.
No doubt. And what makes this even more fun is that there wasn't expectations going in. Like, it was like, all right, we're a year away. Like, let's get this year in order, and then next year we can expect to do what we're doing right now.
6.5 was the over-under for the win total.
Yeah, so it's like – and before Mac showed up, I think it opened at 5.5.
It opened at 5.5. Mac got us a game.
Yeah, so it was like –
Which is an undershot. Khalil Mack's worth about 6 ball games right now.
So that's the thing. That's what makes this even more fun. No expectations. Nope. Everything right now is gravy, and I'm loving it.
Well, and the best thing also is that we got Mitch now. This is year 2, right? A 5-year deal. So we have 3 more years if he continues to develop that we still have cap space by not paying a quarterback $30 million a year to go add pieces that we might want. You know what I mean? Somebody comes available, things like that. Because it's not going to happen through the draft. Obviously, we've given away a lot of our draft picks, but we'll have some cap space. We'll be able to grab some folks if we need it. Yeah. Plug a hole here, plug a hole there.
An injury here,
injury here, injury there. Yeah. You know, replace Kyle Long because we know what that's going to happen with that. And you know, kind of go from there, man. But we're good, man. And the other thing that's nice is we've hit on some like, you look at like a Charles Leno Jr., right? Like that dude's a 7th round draft pick. I think Pro Football Focus has him as like the 5th or 6th best tackle in the NFL right now. So when you're hitting on shit like that, I mean, it's gravy. Bear down. You know what I mean? Like, bear down. What are we getting on the chat line?
Straight like that. Nobody's still messing with stuffing. That's really it. We got people talking about should we bench Trubisky. We're going to talk about that. I got that on the list. So be on the lookout for that. But one thing I cannot hammer home enough, enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
Every single moment, enjoy this. Talk shit to your Packers fans, your homies that you know.
Yeah.
We've been waiting years for this. Hammer all those Lions fans. We had lost, 8 in a row to the Lions?
The Lions fans?
Well, dude, this is like for real. Like, enjoy this. Talk shit to those cats because these NFL windows, you never know what can happen.
And they close fast.
So enjoy every second of this. Wear your Bear shit proud. Yep. Talk shit. We got Mac. You don't. Y'all are garbage. Yeah. We're the best team in the league. Super Bowl coming. Do all that because the windows close quick.
And the expectations get higher. Next year won't be as fun.
Right.
Next year we expect to win 12, 13 games. So you're not going to be as elated about a win versus the Vikings, and you're going to take a loss versus the Dolphins a lot harder. You know what I mean? So like next year won't be as fun. And like you're right, enjoy it right now. Enjoy outliving the expectations. Whatever's happening is going to happen, and you know.
Because if we win 11 ball games this year, next year they're going to
expectations through the roof.
Want 12.
It's 13.
You're right.
If we win 11 next year, and you assume that Trubisky's supposed to get better, if Trubisky getting better should be worth 2 games to us, honestly.
But then we play that first place schedule.
That's fine.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
But
those teams, those are good teams this year. Those same teams might not be good next year.
Facts. And I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but what I'm saying is enjoy that. Talk shit to all the fans, all the Packers dudes. They've been killing us for 20 years, straight like that. So hammer those guys when you see them. Thursday, Thanksgiving, 10 a.m. start.
Yeah, it's rough.
This is the shortest turnaround in NFL history I read.
Yeah.
82-hour turnaround.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Trubisky's shoulder kind of out of nowhere, at least to me. I didn't hear about this till he didn't practice on Monday.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, till he didn't practice. I'm gonna tell you something. If he's not healthy, don't play, because Chase Daniels can play ball.
Yeah.
It's his 5th year in this offense. He knows the offense like the back of his hand already from being with Nagy in Kansas City. I'd have no problem with Chase Daniels playing if Mitch is even anywhere close to not being 100.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of confidence out there in Chase Daniel. I mean, obviously he looked good in the preseason. Like you said, he's a vet. He knows the offense. And with the way the defense is playing, for sure. I'm just worried, like, with that 82-hour turnaround that, you know, those Thursday games are always a crapshoot.
10 a.m.?
10 a.m. is super early.
10 a.m., bro?
And you just played a Sunday night game, like, yeah.
And you're high as you can get.
Yeah.
They're going to be tired.
So, I mean, it's
going to be interesting.
If you're a gambler, that Lions plus 4.5 might look appealing to you.
Low key.
That's very appealing.
Especially how they played against Carolina.
I actually am probably all over that.
how they played against Carolina. Yeah. And, okay, I mean, we beat them up a couple weeks ago at home. They're going to have Slayton back again for this game on Thanksgiving. That's an all-pro corner.
Darius Slay Jr.? Yeah.
Yeah. I call him Slayton.
Shout out Steve Slayton.
Yeah, shout out Steve Slayton and
shout out Pat White. Shout out West Virginia Mountaineers.
Rich Rodriguez.
Rich Rodriguez in that offense. Yeah, definitely shout out. Steve Slayton was nice.
Yeah, but Darius Slay.
Yeah, Darius Slay.
His all-pro corner. He'll be back. He didn't play a couple weeks ago. So It's going to be a little tougher team. They're going to be at home. They're coming off a win.
And they love those Thanksgiving games. I mean, that's their thing.
That's their thing.
They play for that every year. I mean, they know every year the Lions and the Cowboys are going to be on Thanksgiving, and those are big games for them.
Yeah, that's a big thing for all of Detroit.
Yeah, that plus 4.5 is tasty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No doubt.
Go Bears, bear down. I think we still got this.
We're outscoring teams by 102 points in the first half.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The offense is oiled. The game plan is locked in. And we're gonna talk. I want to get into a little bit of this coaching stuff. Actually, I'm gonna play a clip right now. There's like this play design and stuff from Nagy is so out of control. I love this
Anthony
guy,
Miller.
Also
shout out Anthony. Anthony Miller is a baller.
Yeah,
we talked about that before the year. That was another one of my picks to click.
But that's the play I'm gonna pull up right now. Hold on. You see what I got? Yeah, this is it right here. So this play from Nagy. The design, everything about it. This is a terrible throw from Mitch that Tony Miller made a great play on. But just watch this play develop in the design of this. It's nothing but a touchdown the whole way.
For 2. Josh Bellamy. And Thielen none.
Oh.
That way, it's his eyes downfield. Open and making it. 4. 33 yards on the ground. That's a touchdown. Halfway, it's his eyes downfield, throws.
We'll see on the replay. We can relive this. Hey,
I love Anthony Miller.
Hey.
Might be my favorite player on offense.
But peep the replay, peep the design.
Has become a force. We
Like
him in
the
training
design
camp.
on this, the way he comes open it's just.
He's coming from across the field.
I thought I had the replay.
He's coming from across the field. Trubisky's running to the right.
Yeah, I didn't have the replay. You can pull that down, Aaron. But I didn't have the replay. But Tony runs like this inside. It looks like it's going to be a dig. It ends up being a corner. With the rollout, it was just perfectly crossed, and he dropped it on him.
Yeah.
But Tony Miller's a ball player. The way Nagy's been calling the games and all that stuff has been great, bro. I mean, I'm elated, bro.
And when we talk about Anthony Miller, like, look at the receiving core, man. You're talking about Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, and then Anthony Miller. You know what I mean? Like, he's your number 3-2 type guy. Like, that's big time.
Yo, don't forget Ryan Pace moved up to grab him.
Yeah. Well, remember when we talked about it, I read that letter. He wrote a letter to every team in the NFL, and it started off and said, "Hello, my name is Anthony Miller, and I'm the best receiver in the draft." Like, dude's Memphis highlights were crazy. He's got crazy confidence.
Yeah.
I fuck with Anthony Miller heavy. Love him. You know I love guys like that, man. I love those little dudes.
I love guys like that. Those are my favorite type of dudes.
I love that confidence, man. Just like when Cohen came out. I love those type of guys, man.
I don't want to do this. But how much of Akeem Hicks' play has to do with Khalil Mack?
A lot.
Like a lot. The
protection slides over to stop Khalil Mack. Akeem Hicks, who's a good player, sees one-on-one that he would never see on any other team.
He's a good player, and I think he's looking a little better than he is.
He's looking way better than he is.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Which is fine. Yeah.
Good thing we already paid him.
Yeah. No, right. Because it would be wild inflated.
Yeah. Crazy. Because he's what, like 4.5 sacks this year. He'll probably finish with 8, 9. A lot of tackles behind the line of scrimmage. But, yeah, he's a good player. He's seeing single coverage, and he's taking advantage of his opportunity. There's a lot of players who play with good ends and good outside linebackers that don't make the most of his opportunities. So you can't necessarily knock him for that because he's seizing the moment, right? If you want to guard me one-on-one, that's fine. I'm a good enough player where I can do something with that. But a lot of his success is due to Khalil Mack. Put it this way. If there was no Khalil Mack, a lot of attention we'd be being paid to Akeem Hicks.
Oh, and you saw it when Khalil was out. Yeah. Akeem was kind of quiet.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, so a lot. I mean, the whole defense, listen, man, listen. Everybody talks about quarterbacks, right? Like, we love quarterbacks, and quarterback's the most important position in the sport, yada, 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 yada. When we start looking at what's the second or third most important position, it's these pass rushers, these elite, disruptive pass rushers. Because if the quarterback's so important, what else is important? stopping him.
Yeah, good point.
And throwing him off his rhythm.
Well said.
And we threw Kirk Cousins off his rhythm early, right? Super early. So when you look at quarterbacks and you want to make all this noise about quarterbacks, that guy is the quarterback of the defense. It's not the corners. It's not the safeties. It's not the tackles. It's Khalil Mack. Everything that happens on that defense, he's the catalyst.
Zeke man said, nah, Hicks been balling for many years. I'm not saying he hasn't been balling. He's been good.
He's really good.
But he's looking like an animal.
He's looking like an animal.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. Akeem Hicks has been good. He was good last year. That's why we paid him. We're not saying he's not good, but Khalil Mack makes him exponentially better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? Because he's not seeing the same. The offense is so focused. When you play the Bears, you have a singular focus. Nah. We need to stop Khalil Mack.
Simple.
It's not to get into our offense and do this. It's not to get into our offense and do that. Fuck, it might not even be to score points. It's don't let Khalil Mack destroy whatever it is.
Don't let him win the game.
Don't let him win the game.
In the first half.
In the first half.
Because the game was over in the first half.
We ain't coming back.
They had 110 yards almost through 3 quarters.
You're not getting up. So
I don't know what else to say about Eddie Jackson.
Baller.
I just don't know what else to say.
Nose for the ball. He smells the ball.
I don't know what else to say.
Smells the ball.
He smells.
He smells the ball.
Forget about. He smells the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, when he caught that, he turned and ran straight. He was like a wide receiver.
He pointed at. He looked like a running back.
I'm gone. Yeah, I'm gone.
He's like, yo, I need that. Give me a block.
I need that.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about Eddie Jackson. I'm just excited. Yeah, let's show some love to Cody Parker. He got it back together. He banged them through. They were perfect.
He did his job.
He did his job.
He did his job.
You don't want to give him no love for bouncing back, G?
He did his job. Did his job.
He did do his job.
I'm not about to shower praise on a kicker
I didn't
after
say
he
shower praise.
four last week and be like, oh my God, Cody Parkey hit some field goals when
you ready to cut
everybody watching the game.
If you recall,
bro, yeah.
If you go back and look at the video from last week, you was ready to cut him and never see him again.
Hey,
and I was telling you, listen,
margin for error is
the boy kicks 85, 86% for his career. Like, run him back out there, he'd be good.
Every week he does his job, he's fine with me.
All right.
Every week he doesn't, he's not. That's where we're at. He's a kicker, bro. I don't do your job.
Do your job.
Don't be the reason we lose any games. Yeah.
Bears 7-3, a game and a half up. I don't want to say we can lose on Thursday, but if Trubisky's hurting and he's got to get pulled out and we got to try to figure out a way to try to either scrape by or do whatever.
If there was a game to lose, this is probably
it, right? Yeah. So 7-3. Game and a half up in first place. Mm-hmm. Then we play the Giants, and then we play the Rams.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but how much trouble could we you know what? I'm not even going to ask you that.
With the Rams?
But I'm excited to see the Rams actually play someone that can play.
Where do we play the Giants? You play them in New York?
Yeah. I'm excited to see the Rams against a real D in a cold spot.
Yeah, that's the issue.
With a pass rusher coming off the edge. That's the real deal. That's what I'm excited to see in the coming weeks.
And that's why that home field advantage is going to be so important for the Bears in the playoffs because nobody wants to come to Soldier Field in December.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to come up there.
That's exactly right. So, man, be thankful for your Bears on Thursday. Yes. Enjoy your fam. Do all that shit talking to your Packers fans. Shout out Henry. The Packers are trash. You're a
Hank's
bum.
a Packers fan?
You didn't know that?
Nah.
Hank been a Packers fan. Gee, the Packers are trash. Oh, wow. Everybody that's got Packers homies, remind them 4 or 5 times a day that they're huff.
Yeah.
Do that. All right. Let's switch over to the NFL. The best Monday Night Football game I've ever seen.
Crazy.
It was ridiculous.
The LA shootout.
That was the elite NFL.
It was elite offensive. I mean, no, it was elite defense too. I mean, it was 4 defensive touchdowns?
Yeah. I mean,
next level quarterbacking is what I saw.
Next level quarterback.
Next level quarterback. Dude, I mean, I know he was wide open, but the strike that Mahomes, he put it like 60 yards in the air to Tyreek Hill when my man's fell down.
You know what that reminded me of?
Goff came back with a strike.
Do you remember? You know what that Mahomes throw to Tyreek Hill reminded me of?
Huh.
Remember the old Power A commercials with Vic?
Yeah.
Where he would throw it and the ball would go out of the screen and then it would land in the stands?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what it reminded me of. When he let that go, I was like,
crazy.
Where's this ball? First off, How is he gonna get to this rock?
And yeah.
And second, like, is this gonna land in the end zone?
Well, then you remember he's throwing it to Tyreek Hill. And
then I'm like,
he's the only quarterback maybe in the league that would have been able to hit Tyreek Hill in stride on that throw.
Ball didn't have that much air on it. That was like a 60-yard bullet.
Yeah,
almost.
It was a bullet. There was no air on it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He threw a line. It was a line drive, 60 yards. Crazy. When I saw that throw, I was watching with my girl, and she doesn't know about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
and I was like, this dude, that's a strong arm quarterback. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but then Goff came back and was just throwing. Yo, Jared Goff is nice.
He's nice, bro.
He's really nice.
He's
dude.
really, really, really accurate.
He's very accurate. He's got a good arm. He's poised. Like
the ball. But the one thing I noticed about him is, first off, all his balls are dumb tight spirals.
Yeah,
and the placement is always like very, very good.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the coaching, McVay and Reed and Nagy. Those are the three best offenses in the league.
Yeah.
I don't like structure-wise, those are the three best offenses in the league, in my opinion. There was a breakdown on, you might have caught it this morning on Get Up, where Orlovsky showed.
Shout out Orlovsky.
He's good.
He's really good.
He's terrible NFL quarterback.
Well, awful.
Great on TV.
He's a good college quarterback.
Good college quarterback. Yeah, good point. But terrible terrible in the NFL. Good on TV. He showed that one-on-one streak where I don't even know the guy's name, where he tiptoed in bounds and stayed in on the streak route.
Was that Robert Woods or
no? Number 80. I don't know his name.
They got so many weapons.
Yeah, but the wide receiver checked like, "Yo, I got one-on-one." Like, let Goff know. Then McVay, he looked over, and McVay, like, they gave him some signal. But the new age offense, a lot of people were saying this on Twitter, and it makes sense to me. It's like the Big 12, bro.
Yeah.
People are getting to the line, and Goff is looking over. Like, what do you see? Do you see what I see?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I see the same thing. Or let's check here. And it
looked like a Texas Oklahoma shootout type game, Mayfield versus whoever. Like, yeah, for sure.
And was it me, or did the Coliseum look like there was 200,000 people?
Yeah, well, and also there were people rooting for the Rams, where usually it's like a away game for them. But yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, how many people are in this building?
I want to go to a game at the Coliseum. Man.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
They're in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl is
definitely. We might have to make the Rose Bowl trip.
It's definitely on the bucket list.
Hey, man, donate to the No Ketchup GoFundMe and get us to the Rose Bowl.
I'll vlog it. Yo,
vlog the whole joint.
The whole Rose Bowl.
We'll give you a live stream for 24 hours. Just make it happen. Click the link in the bio. Yeah, but no, I hear what you're saying. I mean, like, yeah, that new it's because remember, and we've been headed towards this way, but I think the NFL was always reluctant to kind of embrace the spread because they just felt it wouldn't work and you're exposing your quarterback to too much and all that. But we're here, man. I mean, these spread offenses is getting to the line quick, getting rid of the ball quick. A lot of quarterbacks making decisions on the go. Like, yeah, we're there, man. But I just feel like the level of quarterbacking that we saw last night was it was elite between the two of them, man. I mean, just two young guns just going at it. And it was nonstop. Bam, 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 bam. Crazy.
How would you characterize Mahomes' game? Not his overall game, but like the game last night.
So he's a slinger, man, and he's gonna sling it.
It's an interesting question, right?
At the end of the game, he threw the 2 picks.
Yeah, he threw 3 picks total.
But he threw the two in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And the last one was very Texas Tech-ish.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was.
It was just like, fuck it. I'm
going to go. I'm tired. I'm going to go home.
There's just been 105 points. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
But, I thought he played well. I thought he played great. I mean, I eventually, like, you run out of plays to make, and I think he just ran out of plays to make at the end of the game. But with him,
he had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, you're gonna get that with him.
Yeah.
He's a slinger. When your arm's that big, you can believe you can make any throw. We've seen it. We saw it with Jay. The difference is Mahomes can make the throws. But when your arm's that big, you're going to try to make those throws. You're going to try to force some things, and you're going to turn the ball over. But he's also got 31 touchdowns this year.
Bro, he has 37.
Is it 37 now?
He has 37 and 10.
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
you take the 10 picks with the 37 scores.
I think in November he has like 18 or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, you take the 10 picks with the 37 touchdowns, but I was
his first year starting.
Yeah, it's his first year starting, man.
It's crazy.
He's having a great time.
Yeah, no doubt.
I take Mahomes. Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Projected long term, would you rather? And people can answer this too. Would you rather take Mahomes or Goff? Gun to the head.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm gonna say Mahomes purely off. I think he would be more successful in any type of system, and he could just do more quarterback shit.
I think
Goff.
he'd be more successful on a bad team. If you had a team that wasn't this talented, Mahomes
and like this great of a system.
Yeah.
But Goff is in such a great
when it's lined
situation.
up for Goff, he's just silly.
Yeah, he's in such a good situation. Yeah. He's
ridiculously accurate. He's got a big arm. He does put balls in windows and seems to always put it in the right spot.
Oh man, like
his touch is crazy.
There was a throw that he missed. I don't know if you remember last night, but there was like 2 crossers and he tried to hit the underneath crosser.
Yeah.
And I'm looking and I'm thinking he's going to the crossing guy behind him, and he's trying to fit it to a guy that hasn't even come in the picture yet. And I'm just like, wow, this dude's anticipation and the windows that he's trying to put these balls in is super small.
I forget who they were playing. I want to say it was like week 3 or 4, but he threw a dimer to Cooper Kupp that is probably one of the best throws I've ever seen as far as just putting it in a spot.
I mean, if you go back and look at last night's throws, how many throws that you could not put in a better spot, it was crazy.
Yeah.
There was just like people putting their hands out here, just like you just have to catch it.
You just have to catch it.
It's right there. So
one thing, speaking of having to catch it, though, I think Kelsey dropped some balls, obviously, in the end of the game for Mahomes, so that maybe another reason why he was trying to force it at the end of the game. But
there was a couple of throws Mahomes had where he didn't throw them. He kind of tried to place them.
Eventually, bro, it was 100 points. You're just tired.
No doubt.
It's just time to go home.
Is that a Super Bowl rematch?
Possibly. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Well, okay. Hopefully not.
No, I don't. I think.
I love the Bears.
If New Orleans has the home field advantage, people are going to have a tough time going to the Superdome and beating them. If they have to travel, if they have to go to Chicago or they have to go somewhere like that, that sets up really well for the Rams. So that's what I'll say on that. But right now, in my opinion, New Orleans can beat teams either running the ball or passing the ball, and they're going to be a problem, especially in the dome.
Yeah,
especially in the dome, man. It doesn't matter if they go play in somebody else's dome. If the stadium has a roof, you have an issue with the New Orleans Saints.
That's the new age NFL, man.
Yeah.
What you saw last night and what you saw from the Bears and continue to see with formations and passing and options and stuff like that, that's the new age NFL. Get used to it. It's done.
Yep.
All that old 3 clouds and dust is over with. That shit's a wrap. Let's switch over to the NBA. Let's jump right into it. I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about the Bulls because first off, they haven't played in a couple days. They play tomorrow. They're home against the Suns. That should be a W. But they got mashed from 2 of the best teams in the league. So we weren't really expecting anything else to happen. But I mean, they were getting blown out for real.
That's what
like
40,
like down 40.
What was the game? They were up 17 and ended up losing.
Bro, we were up
40.
20 at half in Milwaukee and lost by 20.
Yeah.
Like we got blown out. I think it was 46-17 in the third. So that's crazy. We don't talk about that. Let's jump right into it. Pull me up, Aaron. Our boy Stack 5.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yes. I sent you this.
Go ahead. Read this. Read it off.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead
take the lead.
So first off, if you don't follow Stack 5 on Instagram, he always, any situation happens with the league, he's always going to give you his opinion, whether or not you agree with it. It's just always real. Like usually he's sitting in his trophy room, literally smoking a blunt and telling you.
And
whatever.
if you don't know who Stack 5 is, you need to get your shit together. ASAP,
right. Steven Jackson, Captain Jack, Stack Jack, whatever you want to call him. Port Arthur's Trillist. So if you know the thing of the whole situation with the Wizards, which we talked about last week, it's been clear John Wall, Bradley Beal don't get along. A lot of comments behind the back, people going to the media and everything. So I guess someone in the Wizards had went to the media and to Stephen A. Smith and said, we love Scott Brooks. He just can't coach John. John just walks all over him and it frustrates everybody. The way he plays is impossible to play with. We have so many guns, but not enough bullets, yada, yada, right? So someone went to the media bashing John Wall. Stack 5 posts on Instagram. He said, look, all I'm going to say to my OG Stephen A. Smith is he always real with me, but if somebody dry-hating like that, you got to turn them boys in. I bet it's the same teammate that happily still wearing the Rolex he bought each teammate last year. No, if it's true, whoever said it, that's real. That's real.
That is real.
And that's inside information that Stack probably has, right? Clowns, if it's true, whoever said that need to be looked at. On God. Big facts.
Yeah. I mean,
I wanted to ask you, man, like, so, and this seems to happen a lot whenever there's issues with the team. It's always leaks to the media. Like, this is nothing new. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about what Stack said? Like, do you need to expose that person? Should that person come right out and say it?
Stack 5 is dead on. Stephen A. Smith absolutely cannot expose him.
He can't burn his source.
He's a journalist, right? I'm 100% with Stack 5 that cut that out, bro.
Yeah.
Cut out getting on the phone to journalists, talking about your teammates and saying, hey, don't put my name on that.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you this. The only way someone is – the person that talked to Stephen A. is a bigger time person on the team.
Than John Wall?
No. I'm saying like it's either a Beal or
Otto
Oubre
or
an Otto Porter. It's not
Porter.
like a dude low on the totem pole because he's just not going to say that.
No.
So there's only a handful of cats that could say something like that, right?
You don't think it's Austin Rivers?
And if you're – it could be Austin Rivers. That's some shit Austin Rivers would say. But if you can't put your name on it, you shouldn't be saying it.
True.
That's how I stand. If you're on a professional, you're a grown ass man on a professional basketball team in the NBA, and you're making millions of dollars, and you got beef with your teammate, you can't talk about you can't say it to the media and not put your name on it.
Well, also, if you haven't brought it to that man's face first.
They might have brought it to him.
Maybe he did. We don't know, but I'm saying, especially if you have not brought it to his face first, like, yeah, I hate all that. I hate that shit. I don't like the whole going behind and say, because then you try to make it seem like all this is John Wall's fault. And if you watch the Wizards, this isn't just a John Wall problem. Like, this is a whole organizational problem.
Now, on the flip side, do I agree with what they said? 100%.
You think it's hard to play with John Wall?
Yes.
Why is it?
I think John Wall doesn't care. I think he knows he's getting $180 million in the next 4.
He's playing 100 miles an hour every game.
Any tribulation or any rough patch or arguing with coach and doing this and doing that, he's not going to go the extra mile to fix it or patch it up. So you really,
I didn't realize you had this take on John Wall. Why do you feel like he's tough to play with?
Well, I think it's his attitude. I don't really think he cares that much.
You don't think John Wall cares?
I don't think he cares about the overall good of the team.
Yeah,
I think he cares about playing ball.
Did you see what he looked like when he came into the season, too? Yeah. Out of shape?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just is in –
Bro.
Let me tell you what I think he thinks.
And his contract doesn't kick in until next year.
I think his contract goes 37, 38.
No, it's 40. They were just talking about it.
No, it doesn't start at 40.
Yeah, it does. It's 40, 42, 45, 47.
I thought it started in 38, but we're split.
It ends at 47. Right. That I know.
That I know, too. So it ends at 47. His last year on his contract, he's set to make $47 million in the single season.
Shout out to
his game checks are $500,000.
$500,000. $500,000. Yeah, like, over $500,000.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
$700,000 a game.
Crazy. Like, this is ridiculous, right? So
it's a hoop.
I think he thinks his coach. I think he thinks Scott Brooks is a terrible coach.
Yeah,
he doesn't like Scott Brooks. I think he has a roster that he knows he can't beat anybody in the East or the West. He's in the middle of the pack where you don't want to be in the NBA.
Yep.
He's frustrated, and they're
not even in the middle of the pack now. But yeah,
right.
Sure.
Well, you know what I mean.
He's also untradeable.
Yeah, he's untradeable. He's stuck. It's the perfect way to be. And he looks over and at Mahimi making $18 million. He looks over at Otto Porter making 20.
No, Otto Porter's making 25, 27.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Right. He looks over at Beal, who's the only dude that can play.
Yeah, but he doesn't get along with.
Yeah, he doesn't get along with. Yeah. So I think he's just extremely frustrated, and he's not going to go the extra mile to make shit work in Washington.
You know who's actually should be frustrated though? It's probably Brad Beal. Because he's looking around the NBA saying, man, this game is tailor-made for me. You know, perimeter player that can shoot and, you know, got some size or whatever, and I just need to get out of this situation. And if they're smart, they can't trade John Wall, but just blow it all up.
I bet you they could get rid of John Wall some way, somehow. They'd have to probably get rid of their best player in John Wall and give up a 1 or something and take the other team's worst salary dump, too.
Yeah.
Something of that nature.
I don't know how you match up $40 million in salaries.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't get it all back, but you know what I mean? You'd have to figure something out. But, yeah, man, it's an interesting situation. Yeah, so I'm with Stack 5 on if you're going to say some shit, put your name on it. but I'm with the player on what he said. But I can't co-sign you not putting your name on comments about people that you're seeing these dudes every single day.
Yeah.
The basketball team is only 12 people.
Well, and John Wall knows who said it too.
Yeah.
You know who said it. You know who feels that way about you. Hopefully you do.
No doubt. That was kind of the first question for who are you with. That was my question on, like, are you with Stack 5 or are you with John Wall?
I'm rolling with Stack Jack.
The other who are you with, Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson played the match.
Yeah.
That's what they're going. That's what they're calling it.
The match. 7 million?
9 million.
Oh, 9 million. I'm sorry.
Sponsored by Capital One.
Sure.
Who are you with? I'm going to show you a clip of Tiger and Phil. Who are you with? And I'm going to ask you the question after the clip.
In fact, I'm willing to risk $100,000 that says I birdied the first hole. So that's how good I feel heading into this match. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it at all. But I'm going to throw that out there.
Hold on. So you think you can make birdie on the first hole?
I know I'm going to make birdie on the first hole.
Double it.
Did you see how I baited him like that? Yes. Yes. 200 says I birdied the first hole.
All right, just water down the left. He likes to lose his golf ball to the left. It's a little flare out that he hits.
See, here's what you're missing.
See, these are
I'm going to hit a 2-iron.
He hasn't really thought
in
about.
the fairway, and I'm a great short iron player. In fact, one of the best. In fact, number one on the tour stats.
Hot, like he sometimes does. It's a little right. And it's hot. It'll be up against that tree, and he's blocked out, and so he can't spin the ball coming into that flag. Yeah,
and that.
All right. First off, that's some of the worst shit talking I've ever seen. But who are you with? Is this must-see TV, or are you on like I can miss it type of thing?
I could miss it. I think it'll be fun. It'll be entertaining. It'll be exciting, but I could miss it.
Yeah?
I'm not like, it's not must-see for me. It never was, even when they announced. I thought it was cool, but like, I really want to see Tiger and Phil go at it on a Sunday in a major championship.
That's the must-see
head-to-head
TV.
golf. I don't know if head-to-head
match play.
Yeah. It's not really like, I don't know if that's. I don't watch golf for that. You know what I mean? But it's cool. I think it's cool. If it was free, I'd definitely watch it. You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to pay the 20?
I might pay. I'll always end up paying the dub.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait till Friday to spend my day watching Tiger versus Phil head-to-head. I will say this, like, that clip was interesting because, like, it's known that Phil is, like, a notorious gambler. Like, 100 a hole is, like, his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, he'll take CEOs and stuff out and just take the money.
So for the side bets, all the money goes to charity.
Oh, is that what it is?
And then I'm pretty sure the $9 million is coming from sponsors and shit.
$9 million come from Capital One.
Yeah, so it's not coming
They
from.
got it. You pay it to them every month.
You know what I mean? It's not coming from their pocket.
It's Capital One. No.
But they're still getting that money though, which is crazy.
I'd like if they got to keep the side bet.
Yeah, then it'd be a little more personal.
A little more personal.
Yeah.
But
Tiger Woods
these
Foundation
dudes aren't worried about
though.
no 100,000 a hole.
Yeah.
They're not worried about 200,000 a hole. But I thought that was kind of interesting. But I mean, what do you expect? It's two golfers. It's not like they're gonna get up and start talking reckless.
And this is kind of their version of a fight promo.
Yeah.
Like they're up there talking like that's gonna try to
don't bring out your 2-iron.
They're trying to get people to watch the first hole. You know, and you know what you gotta do to watch the first hole? You gotta pay $19.99. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's must-see TV because they're gonna be mic'd up. I'm interested to see kind of what they say.
Yeah.
And I think if it gets close down the stretch, it's gonna be intense.
Oh, it's gonna be competitive.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna be saying stuff and talking shit.
These are two hyper-competitive people. I mean, like, and but again, it doesn't obviously doesn't excite me as much as like a major Sunday or something like that where there's a lot on the line and there's other players involved and things like that. But I think it's cool. Shout out golf for trying to spice it up. I mean, good for the game. It's something different.
Yeah.
You might gain a couple fans off something like this, and maybe it's a format you use going down the line. You obviously can't pay-per-view anybody other than these two, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting.
Throw like Bubba and Rory on a head-to-head, see what happens. You know what I mean?
All right, let's close it on this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm going to my grandma's.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited about that.
Shout out to Granny.
Because, I haven't been I haven't been to my grandma's, which is the black side of my family, for Thanksgiving in 3 years. I went last year. I went to my grandmother's side, so that's the Spanish side. So like I'm eating like rice and beans.
Roast con pollo.
Yeah, roast con pollo is a side. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm eating the roast con pollo last year with turkey and all the other stuff. And then the year before that, I was at my white homie's place, and it was just it's just not the same.
So yeah, it's funny you talk about that. It is different.
It's way different.
Not necessarily in a bad way. It's not a bad thing. I mean,
it was kind of bad for me.
You got some whack food. See, I go to my girls and like they can cook, so it's good. But it's not like going to my grandma's and I walk in and it smells like greens. You know what I mean? You could. She's been back there cooking all day.
Even my girl was talking about like sweet potatoes and marshmallows. I was like,
I don't know what that is.
Pass.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
pass.
I don't know what that is.
I'm good.
I don't know.
That's like their version of candy.
And maybe the stuffing thing, maybe now that I realize like not eating stuffing as a kid, maybe we didn't have it.
Stuffing is hard.
And maybe I didn't know about it until I started going to my girls' Thanksgiving. But yeah, I don't know, man. You want to know something weird though? I don't really fuck with gravy super heavy.
What?
You know me, bro. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with the meat. I'll throw a little bit of gravy on there, but I don't. Some people soak the gravy.
My whole plate got gravy.
Yeah,
on
I don't do that.
Mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, everything's got gravy on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know when, but folks got to catch up on this mac and cheese. That shit is a staple.
Who doesn't have mac and cheese?
A lot of people.
Oh no, that's a must.
I think it's a black
Baked
person
mac and
staple
cheese in
though.
the glass pan, in the Pyrex joint.
No, bro,
Stop playing.
That's like a black folk staple.
Really?
I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
hold on. I saw this map of what people eat as sides. Hold on, I'm about to pull it.
Do y'all have greens at your grandma's crib?
Yeah,
because we don't have. Yeah,
I don't like greens though.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You don't like greens? Oh gee, that's that mix coming out in you, bro. You need to eat these greens.
Yeah.
So wait, what is this? Is this by like where people live? What's the green? What is that? What's up, Wisconsin?
I can't. Oh, here. This is it. All right, pull this up for me, Aaron.
Salad.
Side dishes for America's regions. Rolls and biscuits. Do y'all have rolls and biscuits?
Where?
Like at your dinner, like that in Chicago. Rolls and biscuits is a side. Mac and cheese
at
is
the
in the
white
South.
one, probably not at the black one. I've never seen a roll or a biscuit.
No,
it's cornbread. Actually, we have rolls, not biscuits.
We have rolls.
We have rolls, not
buttered
biscuits.
up rolls.
Yeah, buttered rolls and yeah.
Okay, the Northeast set has squash.
I don't fuck with squash at all.
So I don't know what that is. But we have mac and cheese. We don't have cornbread. That shit's probably love, huh?
No. You don't fuck with cornbread?
No, I love cornbread.
I love cornbread.
Nobody in my family has ever cooked cornbread.
I think when my grandma was alive, bro, like we would literally have everything.
What does your plate look like? Give me your first plate.
My plate's gonna have.
You just got back inside from doing that thing. You walking in the kitchen, and give me. What does your first plate look like?
Greens.
Yep.
First, some turkey.
Yeah.
Obviously, if there's a smoked ham, we get some of that, or honey ham.
Yeah.
So I get a little bit of the honey ham, some mac and cheese, a little bit of stuffing if I want it, a piece of cornbread, a roll, and a drink.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't touch the cranberries. People have the cranberry shit. I don't fuck with that. Yeah. I don't know anything about no peach cobbler with marshmallows. Is that what you said?
No, sweet potatoes with marshmallows.
No, sir, that's not happening.
Y'all don't have like candy yam sweet potatoes?
My mom makes peach cobbler.
Okay, interesting.
My mom's a peach cobbler.
But this candy, dude, it's so crazy. People just do Thanksgiving different. Yeah. It all depends on what family you're rocking with.
Yeah.
Where you're from, whatever. But yeah, my plate is looking like I hit the turkey early.
Because, yeah, you got to.
Because cats be wilding on the turkey, then all of a sudden you're eating your whole plate's all sides.
Yeah.
So I try to hammer the turkey early, but it's turkey, mash, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, and then a roll.
So what kind of turkey? What are you guys doing? Like it's a regular turkey?
I don't know, bro. They probably bacon.
Yeah, I like
the fried joint.
I like the fried joint for Thanksgiving. For Christmas, I like the smoked joint. You ever had the smoked
turkey? Y'all
turkey?
do turkey on Thanksgiving, on Christmas too?
We got turkey. We got a ham.
We do ham on. We do ham on Christmas.
Smoked turkey is like my mom ever since I was a kid got the smoked turkey.
Interesting.
Smoked turkey is fire because it's not the same. It's more like ham instead of like chicken turkey. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a ham because it's smoked. You feel me?
Okay,
Like, it's
fair.
really good.
You know what else we do as a
I'm gonna bring you some
tradition?
smoked turkey on Christmas.
Yeah, do that. You know
Yeah.
what else we do as a tradition for Christmas is chicken wings. We fry up chicken wings
not
in the
bad.
crib. Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole crib smells.
It's the best.
It's all messed up.
That's
but
great.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
all right, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
On the black side,
Yeah.
you eat chitlins?
no,
Anybody in the family?
not that I've seen.
Yeah.
They're not around.
Nasty.
Yeah, no,
my
they're not
my
even
grandma
around.
makes them from time to time. You never been around when they cook?
No.
Anybody on the chat
Actually-
line who's been around chitlins when they cook is about to tell you all about it. It's the
Yeah,
nastiest
no.
smelling shit in the world, and you could never eat them after that happens.
Doyle said he's a side guy.
Doyle,
Yeah.
how you a side
Doyle
guy?
said he's a side guy.
So you don't eat turkey?
Nah, he's probably eating turkey, but he said I'm a side
Oh,
guy.
doesn't fuck with the turkey. So, let me get all those sides. Let me get that mac and cheese.
But yeah, man, I'm excited. Thanksgiving's my favorite, bro. I'm going out to Vegas. My grandmother just moved out there, so I'm gonna be able to get out of the weather.
Yeah, you get some warmth.
It's not gonna feel the same because I don't mind when it's cold. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna get that Nevada.
Well, I thought you were
air.
Sean. Don't talk to me about the weather, little.
Yeah, I'm not, but I'm gonna. I mean, it's brick right now, so I'm gonna enjoy going out to Vegas and enjoy the little 60s.
That's decent. That's what it is. 60.
60s, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that.
Yep.
No catch up Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago. Everybody enjoy Thanksgiving, man. Hang out with your fam. Holler at the people you haven't talked to in a minute. I'm gonna make some phone calls that I haven't talked to in a while. Make sure I say happy birthday to some folk.
I'm the worst at that.
Talk some shit to your do that, bro. Anybody
If I
you
don't
haven't
see
talked
you,
to,
I don't talk to you. I'm
Yeah.
like really bad.
holler at some folks you haven't talked to
Some
in a
people
minute.
watching right now, they've been trying to call me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go say happy Thanksgiving, even if it's a text real quick, man. Check in on the folks. Bears Thursday, 10 a.m. sharp. 10 a.m. means I'm in Vegas. That means the game is at 8 o'clock in the morning for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm going to have to get up and make sure I'm up and ready, but I will be. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Tell your friends. Everybody on the live chat, man. Doyle, Aaron's in there too.
Hey,
Kittle 1, Eric Adams.
Should we shout out our
Zeke, man. My girl, Katie Brunk. Shout out her. I've been talking about her, giving her a shout out. We were talking earlier. Her brother watches the pod too. Shout out my girl, KB.
Hey, shout out Mia for sitting through this
Yes.
entire podcast for like an hour and some change over there looking tired.
I wish I could turn the camera
You had
around.
fun?
Yeah, me and chilling.
You good? You want to give a thumbs up on the camera?
Yeah, come over here
Come here real quick.
Say happy Thanksgiving to your mother. People are
She's
gonna
been rocking with us all day.
look at this.
Look at the camera.
People are gonna wonder how this is your daughter. How she's so beautiful.
They see me every week. You know what I'm saying? They see the dimples. You know how we rocking over here. Mia, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Stuffing.
Look at that, G. You got her. You got her on the stuffing, and she didn't hear that
And
because
she
she
didn't
had
hear it.
headphones on.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's on the stuffing, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Mia, say no catch up Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago, and then we'll get out of here.
No ketchup Chicago, by Chicago, for Chicago.
That's close enough.
We out.
We out. Let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.